is a senior out of South Florida, Adams State's shutdown corner, Cariel Brooks. 3 years ago when you arrived, your defensive coordinator, Ted Egger, told you something about your future. Let's go back before we arrive in the present. What did Coach Egger say about where you should be 3 years after you arrived?
Coach Egger said I was one of the best cornerbacks he's ever coached, and he said I had a possibility to make it to the next level.
Next level always being the NFL, but at the Division II level, it is such an impossible conversation to have until you realize that it can be done.
Yeah.
And you've got somebody in Ted Egger who's coached 4 guys that have been in the NFL, and now scouts are arriving on campus at Adams State University. It's all about the team first and foremost, but tell us a little bit about the last month of your life, the scouts that you've interacted with, and what they're telling you.
I mean, the scouts have been coming in since we started fall camp, and they're just telling me, lead by example, make the people around me better, and if Adams State's win, then I have a big chance. 2
touchdowns have been scored on you in 3 years. Really an incredible total that you can't quantify. There's not a stat for touchdowns allowed or 20-yard plus plays,
yeah.
But you've noticed a drastic difference in how teams are approaching this Adams State defense since you arrived. What do you see from receivers, from quarterbacks, that makes it clear they're taking into account what you're capable of?
I mean, teams we play, they avoid me. They go to the other side, and, they try to catch me sleeping most of the time. That's when they'll throw the ball.
When you know that you're only going to get an opportunity or 2, max 3-4 balls coming your way, how do you avoid getting anxious and trying to make too many plays happen when there's such limited opportunities?
I just play my role. If it's the run game, I get involved in the run game. And when they do come at me, I try to take advantage of the opportunity.
Cariel Brooks, Adams State football. As a sophomore transferring into a conference, to a state, to a school you had never heard of, it's got to be pretty crazy now, looking back at the last 3 years to see where you've been and where you've come from. What do you remember most about the day you committed and what you were expecting from yourself when you made Adams State part of your future?
Came in expecting to dominate, came to a new scheme. It was tough getting adapted, but it's worked out for the best. Coach Eaton's a great coach, Coach Egger. They've worked with me, and I'm comfortable now.
You've got a team that consistently is one of the top 3 in the conference defensively. How much does that mean to you? How much does that matter, having your brothers out there that are all looked at as top-tier defenders?
It matters a lot. As far as recruiting, guys can see that and know that we stand for something. Like, we play defense here at Adams State.
What's your favorite hit been on the field over the last 3 years? Because you guys have an encyclopedic mind about those moments, and you can visualize big plays. Take me through one of your favorite moments as a player.
Last year, my favorite hit was the Fort Lewis game. Quarterback scrambled to our sideline, came up, gave him a good lick, and put him off for the game.
And that was that, and all of a sudden, quarterbacks and running backs realize maybe he's more than a shutdown corner. We have to take into account more than just ball skills. A lot of corners, I guess you can compare them to wide receivers in some respect, where a lot of guys want that big play. They want that interception. They want that deep touchdown reception as a receiver, but the best receivers are the ones who are capable of getting down and dirty and blocking and making big plays. What else goes into being a great cornerback that maybe a lot of us can't see by just watching you on film?
Communication. Me leading all the guys in the back half, making sure everyone's on the same page, because without that, you get blown coverages and take L's.
One of the things we heard during Media Day in August, you've got guys always lamenting the loss of players from the past. Oh, Vince Coach is gone. Oh, Dylan Flannery's gone. Mauser. And Coach Eaton said, every year we hear this. Every year we have this conversation, but every year we're able to step up. How important is it for you to take guys like John Flowers and John Reed under your wings and show the freshman and sophomore what to expect and how they can be in your shoes as a senior?
I mean, it takes a lot. Like I said, leading by example, being vocal. Me and Connor's been here starting the last 3 years, so those guys look at us and we lead by example.
And now they're watching you have conversations with scouts from the Seahawks, from the Jets, from the Panthers, from the Buccaneers. When that first scout arrived, I'm sure that there was a totally different feel for you than when the 4th scout came through and talked to you. How much has your perception of who you are as a player and your ability moving forward changed throughout the course of the last few months with the more scouts that are coming in?
It's motivation, pure motivation. All my life I knew I could do it, and it's finally surreal. I mean, it's finally here.
Yeah.
It's reality now. It's no longer a dream. So I know I have to go out and go hard every day, practice, and dominate on games.
You've upgraded so much of your game and skill set since you arrived here. When I met with you your sophomore year, we were also talking about the need to upgrade your winter wardrobe. Would you like to tell me how that has evolved over the last 3 years?
It hasn't evolved. I got a few more hoodies, but no trench coats, and it's the same.
You're trying to change that perception of Florida kids as being a little more tough in the winter. I know that's a hard thing for a lot of guys, but you mean business in the winter in Colorado.
Yeah, it's big culture shock in the winter. It's 30 below, 20 below. It's crazy.
And now it's almost a secondary home, a place that you didn't even know existed has really transfixed and transformed your life.
Yes, it has. I've enjoyed it every bit. Something I look back on in my life.
And conference play has now arrived, the best part of the season and part of the year I know you're really excited for. We've loved chatting with you over the last 3 years, and the best is certainly in front of you. The best is yet to come, and all the positives that you're experiencing, you've earned it, and I'm sure that means a lot for guys that are waiting in the wings. The Dejon Scott at good cornerback and Damari Reynolds, they're probably learning a lot just by watching you.
Yes, they are. Those guys look up to me since they came on campus, and they see the scouts come now. They want to make it happen. Most guys come to D2 and think there's no way out, but I want to be that guy like Gilkey out of Shadron. I want to be that guy for Adams State.
Yeah, Garrett Gilkey found himself in a position to make the Browns roster. And you're looking at this guy a couple years ago and thinking there's something special about him. Now he's in the league. Guys are going to be saying that about you. Cariel, thanks for chatting with us.
No problem.
Mr. Brooks, he is a senior, part of that Adams State shutdown secondary, and this is KSPK's Grizzly Connect.